I'm a member of an online Christian community, and we meet from time to time to study a book of the Bible. We're currently studying Acts of the Apostles, and today's chapter 21. In chapter 21, Paul begins his journey to Jerusalem, even though he knows that there's trouble waiting for him there. He travels by sea, stopping at places like Tyre and Caesarea, and everywhere he goes, believers are begging him, warning him not to go to Jerusalem, but there's no stopping him, man. In Caesarea, Prophet Agabus even acts it out. He takes Paul's belt and he ties himself up, and he says, "This is what will happen to the owner of this belt in Jerusalem." But Paul stands firm on his words. Let me read something. Acts 21 verse 12, the B part. Paul says, "I'm ready not only to be bound, but also to die at Jerusalem for the name of the Lord Jesus Christ." And so the believers leave him. They see that they cannot convince him, and they say, "Let God's will be done." When Paul gets to Jerusalem, the believers there welcome him gladly, and he meets with James and the elders and tell them how much God has done amongst the Gentiles through his ministry. The people glorify God, but they also explain how there had been rumors that Paul was teaching Jews to abandon the law of Moses. So to clear things up, they suggest that Paul joins some men in a purification ritual at the temple to show that he respects the law, and he agrees. But while he's at the temple, some Jews from Asia recognize him and stir up a crowd. They falsely accuse him of bringing Gentiles into the temple and defiling it. The whole city gets stirred up, and the people drag Paul out of the temple and they start beating him. But Roman soldiers arrive just in time to stop them, and they arrest Paul and take him away because the crowd is very violent. But before they could carry Paul into the barracks, he asks for permission to speak. So they grant him permission. So he stands up and he addresses the crowd in a Hebrew language. That's where the chapter ends. That's where the chapter ends. Paul is about to speak to the people, and the chapter ends. Them do us cliffhanger. So we don't get to hear what Paul says to the people until the next chapter. So come back for the next chapter.